So we have another new release in the men's fragrance community 2023 that I'm going to be reviewing today. You guys wanted me to pick this up. It was really hard to find because it only came on to Fragrance Buy for about 30 minutes, but luckily enough, one of my subscribers, Newt, ended up getting a bottle before I did. Send me a decant. Today I'm going to be reviewing by Emporio Armani, It Is Stronger With You Amber. So without further ado, let's get it. What's up, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka FragranceDoud. For those of you who are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you are not new, make sure to like, comment, hit the bell, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and we're gonna get straight into this one. So again, this came on to Fragrance Buy for about 30 minutes, as do all of these, because any one of the ones that are in the Stronger With You line, except for the original, they are either European or UAE exclusives. And we only get them in the United States, North America, Mexico, on websites, whether it's Fragrance Buy, Joma Shop, whatnot. This time, just like with Stronger With You Oud, it came onto Fragrance Buy for about 30 minutes and then it sold out. And at that point in time, I had an order with another company in Europe, which was canceled. And so by the time I went back to Fragrance Buy, it wasn't there anymore. But thank God, my moderator and one of my subscribers, Newt, ended up picking up a bottle and sending it to me. So today I'm going to be reviewing by Emporio Armani, It Is Stronger With You Amber. Again, this is a UAE exclusive. And letting you guys know what I get. I did spray it on my hand for me and my wife to smell, just to give it about a half hour so that you guys can get a little bit of a feel of the dry down as well, as this is my first impression. And I'm going to respray the opening onto my arm right here. I don't even need to give you the note breakdown because just like most of the fragrance houses are doing right now, they're only giving you 3 notes just because of the fact that they don't want to give clone houses too much information to be able to clone their fragrances easier. And so the ones that they gave you for these, which kind of made me think that it was very similar to Grand Soir. You can't really judge it off 3 notes. It is vanilla, lavender, and then you also had your amber, Stronger With You Amber. And again, I told you guys that just based on the notes, it could be like Grand Soir because those are the main notes in Grand Soir, but I can tell you it is nothing like that. So right off the opening here, you are really reminded this is a Stronger With You fragrance. I was kind of hoping with this one that it was going to literally go off the beaten path a little bit and try something different, because all of the Stronger With Yous to date pretty much smell like a Stronger With You with a twist. This one is no different. So if you don't like the Stronger With You DNA, you're not going to like this fragrance. I can tell you that for sure. You get the chestnut in there. It is actually the closest to the original. So if you like the original Stronger With You, it's not as fresh. This is more amber heavy. So if you took the original Stronger With You and you mixed it with something like L'Eau de Noir Ambre, this one right here, not the leather or the spiciness, it's the amber that you get in the L'Eau de. If you mix that with about 90% of the Stronger With You, the original. The reason that I say that is because it doesn't smell like absolutely, doesn't smell like intensely. Right off the opening, it really reminds you of that original, where you get a little tiny bit of that chestnut, you get a lot of bit of amber in this, and then you have a little slight bit of freshness that the other ones really don't have. But I can definitely say that there's a little bit of an aromatic, almost earthiness to this as well, which you do get in the original. So that's the best way to put the opening. It smells like a Stronger With You fragrance, just with amped up amber and a slight bit of freshness in the opening. When I say freshness, I don't mean this is a spring and summer fragrance. This is obviously going to be a fall and winter fragrance, which it's an odd time to release that, but a lot of companies are doing that right now, like Spice Bomb. Infrared Eau de Parfum is coming out right now, and it's just about 85 degrees today. So with that said, I am going to also let you guys know, as far as going into the dry down, I showed this to my wife and she smelled it. She goes, I've smelled that before. I said, yeah, because I've worn Stronger With You before. And she goes, It's good, but it's like nothing special. Pretty much exactly what I think. It is not better than my two favorite in the line. My two favorites in the Stronger With You line are absolutely as number one. Number two is Stronger With You Oud. And I still probably would put Stronger With You Ambre behind the original Stronger With You. As this fragrance gets to the dry down, again, I'm only at about a half hour. That slight bit of freshness goes completely away, and then you're left with more of an amber fragrance that has that lavender that creeps in at about minute 10 to 15, and you get that more aromatic, slightly earthy fragrance in the middle. It's a little bit of it in the opening, and then it pulls up a lot from like minutes 10 to 15 or 10 to 20, and then it starts to go back down and underneath that amber. As you get to the dry down, you have a little bit of woods, you have a little bit of chestnut, a little bit of lavender with that amber just over top of the entire fragrance. So at that point in time, it starts to smell even more like Stronger With You, the original, and that is where you get the amber from Leau Dissey as well. So overall, this fragrance, again, I'm not going to say it's bad. None of the Stronger With You flankers have really been bad. I didn't try Only. I heard that one was the worst one in the line, but I can say out of the Freeze, the original, Intensely, Absolutely, Oud, Leather, I can say that this one is going to be the most unisex of all of them. I think that this could be worn by a man or a woman, as well as the fact that I also noticed the difference between this and the other ones in the line is that it is softer. So whenever I sprayed it on, I could smell it, but I still had to stick my hand in it right after I sprayed it. So this is going to be, at least for the first half hour, a moderate projector at max. It's not going to be above average. If you're trying to fill a room, you're not going to be able to do that with this. Again, fall and winter fragrance. It is just a amber heavy, more unisex, leaning masculine version of the Stronger With You DNA. If you added in a little bit of that freshness in the opening and a crap ton of amber when you get to the dry down, you also have a little bit of that chestnut, but it's way dialed down. This fragrance is okay. It's not going to smell bad, but do I think that it's worth the $130, $140 mark that you can buy for right now? Personally, no. I still think that I would get way more wears. If I'm going to go for a Stronger With You that is for the fall and winter, which this is, I would not wear this I maybe would wear it in the early spring. But I would wear this fall and winter. And if I'm going to go for a fall and winter Stronger With You, I'm going with Absolutely and Oud. Let me know if you have tried this fragrance, because I was actually very hyped about this fragrance. I was really excited about it. And whenever Newt was able to get it to me early, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait. But now that I've sprayed it on my skin, I can say it smells good. It's definitely a good fragrance. But it's not doing anything that's breaking the bank. It's not going to, it's a well-blended fragrance. You get what you get. You get that amber, you get that vanilla in there. You obviously get that vanilla, but it's not as strong of a vanilla as you get in something like the Intensely. It doesn't have as good of a blend as what you get with Absolutely. It doesn't have the unique factor that you get with Absolutely. And so overall, I think it's a good release. I don't think it's a great release. I think you should try before you buy if you have the chance to. But if you're just looking to collect, it's definitely going to fit right into the collection. But again, if you do not like the Stronger With You line, you're not going to like this. But again, yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you guys like this fragrance. Maybe it'll get better after a half hour, because right now, again, it's still on my skin. There's a little bit of a spicy tone underneath it. It is just a dense amber that is over top of a little bit of chestnut, a little bit of lavender, and a little bit of woods. There's a slight bit of spice, but outside of that, there's not much else going on with it. But again, we'll be back with a full review within about a week to 10 days like I always do. So make sure that you guys leave a comment below. Let me know if you like it, if you've tried it, or if you're interested to try it after this review. And again, I'll be back with another one. Peace out.